All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video again. We have some people crashing, having some close calls. There's a cop right there. The main thing here is that we're not going to crash like that. If you're a brand new rider, pay attention. We're going to be going over the plan method quite a bit here. We'll talk more about that. Let's take this look at this first one. It's a sharp left turn. We lost traction on the rear tire. Good job on this rider for applying the brakes and standing it up and not crashing themselves, because part of witnessing a crash or being a part of a group that crashes, that you need to remain calm, ensure your own safety first, then check them and see if there's any major bleeds. So let's go back just a little bit on what happened here. So like I said, we're going over the plan method. So corners and intersections are hazardous situations for motorcycle riders. So whenever we're coming up to a corner, we need to figure out what is it that we need to do. This is where our skills really come into play. Same thing with intersections. Is there any relevant threats? Okay, is there gravel on the side of the road? Hey, not a real threat. It's on the side of the road. Is there gravel in the road? Yeah, it might be an active threat. We need to swerve around it or get around it or apply the brakes. If it's a big tree across the way and we're not going to be able to swerve around it, we need to do something and put ourselves in a new position for safety. This is the plan method of part of the Smart Rider motorcycle training system. Guys, go ahead and check it out. I got multiple books, How to Rescue, Smart Rider Drills. We'll talk a little bit about that later. And then how to ride a motorcycle from zero to getting your endorsement. Everything I talk about the plan method in there. And you get a cool little card. Okay, the rescue card that popped up. You get a cool little card. So we're going to be going over a lot of that stuff, using that information for these motorcycle riders. So what happened right there? We're leaning down a little bit too far, lost a little bit of traction. Could have been gravel, could have been oil, could have been whatever, or we could have just been leaning it too far and giving it gas at the same time. So you need traction for turning, you need traction for acceleration, you need traction for braking. If we're using a lot of the tire traction for braking and turning, or accelerating and turning, we are using too much. It's like you're filling the cup too full of water. It's just going to spill, and it's going to get all over the place, and you're going to crash. So try to do one or the other, or a little bit of one and a little bit of another. Don't do a bunch of acceleration and a bunch of turning. So he was turning really a bunch, right? That's a bunch of turning. So you're using every ounce of that tire and its traction. If you just give it some acceleration at this point, it just overspilled. And that's what happened. And this motorcycle rider turned it back up, applied the brakes, did good. That is a big lean. That was a big lean. You don't need to lean that far. You don't. Good U-turn. You've probably been doing the Smart Rider drills, 24 motorcycle drills. Yeah. So this video, learning how to ride. He just did the drills to do that U-turn, and now we're rescuing. So that's the whole system right there. You'll learn how to handle this scenario with the Smart Rider motorcycle training system. All right, what do we got here? Somebody's all over the line. We're going to switch lanes. That wasn't very smart. And he's saying, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing there, Mr. Motorcycle Man? What are we doing here? What were we doing there? So if you're a brand new rider, or you're just coming back, or maybe you were riding back in the early 20s and now you're in the 50s and your kids are grown and you want to get back into riding a motorcycle, and you're like, what do? I think I know what to do. Let's go ahead and refresh, and you're here. Awesome. Hit subscribe. So we see this. 3 things we can do: emergency swerve, emergency brake, emergency accelerate. In this situation, I'm not in a rush to get home. I'm on a motorcycle. I'm chill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the brakes, let them in, and then I'll make a decision. But we're going to go ahead and be like, oh, he must be switching lanes. So I'm going to swerve super hard left to get in the other lane and then go. Just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. He changed his mind and you pushed yourself out too far. Your swerve is terrible. That's why you practice in a parking lot with the Smart Rider drills. And you can actually practice your swerving in the neighborhood. That's part of the Riding Smart book. So we're practicing the swerves in the neighborhood. Because you need to go to like 25 sometimes and practice at a little bit higher speeds. And you have a whole lane. There's no traffic really in the neighborhood. You can practice. Yeah, you played yourself on that one. All right, here we go. Nice little wheelie, no gear. Oh, no. Oh, and that's what a concussion looks like. It's all blurry. Oh, we hit the curb, road rash everywhere. That's why we blow up. But we acquire and use personal protective equipment as smart riders. Everything in the books teaches that kind of stuff right there. Okay, not the wheelies, but how to be a smart rider.
When the truck on the left decided it
Remember when this is a 2-year-old video,
cut my friend off and
the whole SpongeBob thing. He wants to get in the right lane. Okay, if you're riding a big group ride and you're obviously blocking the right lane and people want to get off, just let them.
No sign warned this right.
Not a big deal.
Intersection.
MT10,
prevent him from
powerful bike.
appropriately.
Oh, side of the vehicle. That is a pattern that we recognize. Once again, remember I said corners and intersections? And I also have my phone on the handlebars just like this for GPS. I use Rockform. I have Cardo Bluetooth. Links in description for discounts on that kind of stuff if you're looking for a phone mount and a Bluetooth system. Great systems. But anyways, I have GPS here. I see that there's an intersection coming up. It's around this weird corner. Hazardous situations, right? Corners and intersections. There's the pattern. So he's very quick. You hear the ABS kicking in? He was very quick. He saw the pattern, started applying the brakes. He's going 68. He's going pretty fast. But that's a pattern right there. Side of the vehicle. If a vehicle, and you see the side of it, it means it's going in front of you, and you're going to hit it. That's an intersection, right? So if you see that you're going to see that before you notice it's an intersection. So we should be doing 3 things, 1 of 3 things, or a mix of some. Brake, swerve, accelerate. He's doing braking. Perfectly fine. And then he's not going to be able to stop in time. So he goes for the gap, goes for the escape route or the escape path, moves over. So he puts himself in a new position for safety. Remember, we navigated this problem, but we have to navigate ourselves into a new position for safety. And that's what he's doing. So very good. Handled it. Beautiful area. I can see why he's just chilling. Same person. Nice sharp turn. Slowed it down beforehand. Easy turn. Person was overtaking it before a corner like an idiot. But we applied the brakes, saw it ahead of time, moved on. This guy's actually pretty good. Do what he's doing. All right, nighttime riding, foggy. Have a pin lock inside your face shield. Oh, we're speeding. Now we're gonna go super fast. We're gonna get speed wobbles or hit something. We're gonna not navigate a corner. It's going 0. The speedometer isn't working. So we went wide because we're speeding pretty fast. We hit the curb. So we're gonna see a lot of the same things here. We're speed. Too much speed for your skill level. It's easy to twist that wrist. It's a little bit harder to turn. You gotta have that skill to turn. It's not a lot of skill to do this. All right, what do we got here? 2023 northbound 5 to 14 HOV connector. Okay, so we have a merging area. Watch out for anybody wanting to merge with you. They shouldn't do it. It's a solid line. They shouldn't be doing it, but they still do. Oh!
Yeah, that's me.
So I remember this. There's a battery. There was a battery. Yeah, I saw it. I saw this a while back. There was a battery. Yeah, side of the battery here. Road surface hazards are a big thing. It's hard. This one was incredibly hard to see because it's like a white or gray battery on the line. And he's doing a head check for traffic. He's wearing a Cardo Pack Talk Edge, by the way. There it is. You know how hard that would have been to see? So part of what we're looking for when it comes to locating hazardous situations, cool, merge areas. It's kind of an intersection. Any relevant threats, you're looking for road surface hazards also. And if it becomes an active threat, like right in front of you, you have to swerve out of the way. If you can't see it, because there's going to be so much stuff you need to be paying attention to, so much stuff. For some reason, you fail. It is what it is. People make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. It's why we acquire and use personal protective equipment. Just in case. Yeah, we've seen this video before. It's an older video, but you see how he's getting all torn up? That's why we wear gear. And so part of remaining calm and sure on safety is getting yourself out of the roadway. But if you can't, absolute legends, exactly. People are blocking the way so that it's more secure. So I love that. And so if you're just driving your car, right? If you're just driving your car and you see somebody crash, whether it's a car or a motorcycle rider, it's also very good to have this information, how to rescue somebody. Even if you're not a motorcyclist yet, get the system so at least you have this. So if you ever come up and you see somebody crash, you know what to do and you can feel confident and proud of yourself for actually helping and being, an asset to the community. We're going to go ahead and move on. Yeah, blocking traffic. Hey, it is what it is. You know, I would totally do the same thing.
No. Hold on. No, city. That's in between the carpool lane and the fast lane.
Here we go. Adam Jones. What do we got here? We're gonna have deer. Usually you see deer pop out in here. We had some intersections we passed. Everything's fine. New position for safety. Is that a side of the vehicle? No. Oh, we're going too fast for this turn. Okay, common mistake for new riders. I want to point out real quick what right here is we're going pretty fast and that intersection came up to us quick. Once again, this is why I have my phone mount and I use GPS and it's telling me, hey, there's a turn coming up. I glance at it. Oh, turn's coming up. I should probably get prepared for that turn versus it coming up to me last second. Like, oh crap, I need to make the turn. So if you're in this position and you failed, like you didn't slow down for it, just go past it. Just go past it. Do a U-turn or figure it out. Come back and now do your new turn. Just go past it. Don't try to make it going this fast. He's like, oh crap, so I'm slowing down a lot, probably not downshifting, probably just like, oh crap, I need to make this turn. And look at the road. It's kind of hard to see because of the YouTube compression. Hopefully we are on, nope, we're on 480p. That's pretty bad. There it is. Gravel. So we're doing a lot of our slowing down and still turning, and we're trying to slow down even more right here. But you see how the front tire just kind of dove down and had to layer down type of a thing? Is because we lost traction on that front tire because we're applying the brakes on gravel, going a little too fast, trying to turn at the same time. This is too much. Too much. And that's what it looks like when you fall and hit gravel. Slow down coming up to the turn, make the turn. You're not going to be able to slow down enough coming up to the turn, miss the turn, turn around, make the turn. There's no reason to rush because if you missed it and turned around, you'd be in a better position you are now. Here we go. TEDx. Lane splitting like crazy. 130 kilometers an hour. That's 80 miles an hour. Nice little swerve. Nice little swerve. Check yourself now and be like, no, you didn't. You're going to speed back up. Okay, moving on. Open lane pattern. This car is going to want to come out because that car in front of him is going slower and our lane is going faster. We're in the blind spot. They're not going to see us. There it is. If you don't know an open lane pattern, I talk about it in the book in detail. I spend like 20 minutes talking about all the different patterns for plan. So if you want to either subscribe here, you're going to see a bunch of these in a lot of these videos, or get the system and you're going to have it, boom, done. You're going to understand. You're going to understand exactly that. You're going to see it ahead of time. It's not going to be a big deal. Write in the comments if you see it ahead of time now and you're like, not a big deal.
When all of a suddenly my bike shuts down. And I go
Why?
to start in the corner like an idiot and my back tire.
You're going super fast. Your bike didn't just shut down.
Check out my cool skid mark.
You know what happened, guys. You know what happened. Take a look. Take a look. Going super fast. There's an intersection. We're going super fast into the intersection. This is a double turn. Let's go back to where it shows the arrows. So we're supposed to go in the first available lane.
Like an idiot and my back tire locked up.
We're not making it in the first available lane because we're going too fast. It's just like we're going into the corners too fast. We're going to a corner at an intersection where it's a 90-degree corner. It's going to be really hard to make this going this fast. And just like you said, Captain Slow, is that we are using a ton of rear brake. So slams that rear brake in the middle of the turn, that rear tire is going to slide like that. Okay? We didn't make it. We weren't going to make it. So why weren't we going to make it? We're going too fast on the off-ramp. The off-ramp is designed to go from highway speeds. Now we're coming into regular speeds or whatever the speed limit is there. The goal is to slow it down to get to that intersection to make these turns easy. He didn't slow down one bit. It's better than crashing into the bridge.
Cool skid mark.
It's better than that, but come on. What are we blurring everyone else out? It's public. Okay, somebody wants to switch over, apply the brakes, let him in. Not a big deal. You can honk your horn if you want.
And despite his undoubted guilt, he decided to confront the biker.
See, that's why I don't honk. Everything that you have on your bike is a tool, but I prefer just to keep it simple. I have 3 tools: acceleration, turning, and braking. That's it. I have 3 tools. You know, I got shifting, I got stuff to maneuver the bike, and I have stuff to make the bike go. I have to turn the key, it's a tool, I guess. But I have 3 tools when it comes to handling any situation on the road while I'm traveling. It's those 3 things. Okay, I'm gonna mute that. She's coming over. Oh, geez. Okay, not a big deal. You got through it. We accelerated through that. Let's take a look at this. Okay, idiot car driver, let the idiot be in front. Let's not race up to catch him. Are we gonna do that? Yep. Okay. Don't stay near it. Don't stay near it. They're gonna switch back into your lane because that car's there. Don't stay near it. Roll off the throttle. In this situation, just roll off the throttle. You don't even have to apply the brakes. Roll off the throttle. You're gonna slow down with engine braking. They're gonna get further ahead. You're gonna have a nice space cushion. Don't be near it. Don't be near it. We're getting too close here. Good job. Now switching lanes. We did an open lane pattern. They did the same thing. Open lane patterns. They're switching to the open lane, or the lane that's moving quicker. You do it. He just did it again. Okay. You didn't have to do that if we were just maintaining our speed. But we're just kind of all over the place. We don't want to slow down. We're on motorcycles. I get it. But you're in the road. Okay, they're switching lane. They are switching lanes. Not a big deal. They had the indicator. Let them in. Don't get mad. Remember, this is 2 years ago when people would get extremely mad for whatever reason and want to post it on the YouTubes. All right, new rider. Went a little wide. Went a little wide. Let him back in. Don't block him from getting back into his lane. 2 wheels dasher. That's another thing is a lot of... Oh. Little scooter driver. Scooter rider just crashed. A lot of people get into motorcycles to start doing DoorDash. They don't have a lot of training. Don't pass on the right. That's not the smartest thing. You can't swerve right. You can't get mad at this person. You're not allowed. They're taking up their lane. It's their lane. No. This whole idea... Let's go back. I guess the Civic driver got mad and didn't let me through. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares. You go to the gym, people aren't looking at you and making fun of you. Yeah, maybe some people in their head, but nobody cares. Nobody's thinking about you. Nobody. Like your mom right now is probably not thinking about you. She's probably thinking about what she wants to eat. She's probably thinking about what's going on with her day. There's going to be very small moments in her life, your mom, where she is actively thinking about you. A stranger does not care, is not thinking about you. Nice little corner. Okay, we're gonna make it. Very nice. What about this one? What the heck happened? Do we have a seizure? We just got close. So maybe slow it down. Okay, slow it down. Side of the vehicle, and we're moving on. New problem right here. Somebody's coming in our lane. It's now an active threat. We either accelerate, brake, or swerve. Do something. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, Dragon Rider Productions. Not a big deal. 2 years ago, hopefully we're doing fine now. Somebody's switching over. Not a big deal. Why would they want to switch over? We always take a look at the driver right there, but why would they want to switch over? Look at the car in front of them. There's this big, nice open lane over here. I'd rather just get in the open lane. And also, what is the car in front of them doing? Take a look at the car in front of them. Just stare at the car in front of them. He's all over the place. Everything I'm telling you guys, get away from him. Get away from weird-ass drivers on the road. So that's what this guy's doing. Switched over. Didn't see us. Why did not see us? I don't know. Inattentional blindness. Car drivers, they don't see motorcycle riders because they're only looking for car drivers. The brain literally shuts everything else off. When you're in that focused mode, the mode where you're just doing stuff, you're like, oh crap, it's been 2 hours? Like you're playing video games. You're super focused and it's like a 20-minute, like 30-minute mission in Helldivers 2. You're super, level, super hell dive and automaton front, and you're trying to like just constant boom, 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 like nuts. Be like, oh crap, it's been 30 minutes. I've missed like 2 calls. Like, oh man, that's inattentional blindness. Your brain is shutting off everything else other than the thing that you're focused on and the dangers that are ahead of you. Car drivers only focus on other car drivers because 95% of roadway users are car drivers or semi-truck drivers and all that stuff. Very little of it is motorcycle riders. So the brain shuts that off. So if you know that, stay away from cars because they're not going to see you. They're just not going to see you. The only time car drivers ever see motorcyclists, and sometimes they fail at this too, is if they're already motorcycle riders and they just happen to be driving their car. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah, get some distance. Not a big deal. Accelerating pretty hard. If you're going over the speed limit, you can have some issues.
Thanks for watching till.
Oh, you're welcome, MotoStars. Thank you for letting me watch. You're watching while we're watching here in the classroom. With that said, though, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, hit that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description for anything you want, including the Smart Rider crew. I'll see you guys later.